I'm the mom that's always had a side hustle. I'm the mom that has sold an MLM her entire life. I am also that mom that said, I could never make money on the internet. I could never make that kind of money. But here I am, making in 3 months more than my yearly salary at the 9 to 5 that I've had for 17 years. You can do it, okay? I did it without a following. I did it without a mentor because I plugged into this community and followed it step by step. I did it with no experience and no idea how, but I knew the Lord had something in store for me that was bigger than being stuck in a budget, paycheck to paycheck kind of life. I encourage you, step out in faith, change the situation that you're in. Digital marketing is our future. Social media is our future. I have spun my wheels with MLMs for over 20 years, and the income and the change that has brought to my life in these few short months, I desperately want that for you. Oh my goodness. If nothing changes, nothing changes.
I'm so happy that I knocked fear in the face and I said yes to this amazing opportunity. So my name is Allison and I'm a special needs mom who cannot work out of the house. When I was on TikTok, I saw a live video that was talking about a 2-hour workday and learning how to make daily pay. And I said, oh my God, I need to try this. And I am so happy that I did, because I am literally not even 2.5 months in. I made $13,000 as a complete newbie. And I stink at technology. So I was so scared that I was going to need technology. I did not. So I'm just saying it has been such a dream come true. This community that we have got added into is absolute gold. Everybody wants everybody to win, and it's nothing like I've ever seen before. So I'm just so happy that I said yes to this, that I'm learning absolutely all the skills that I need. And I know when I look back at this a year from now, I'm going to be a part of that $1 million club. So it's amazing. Very, very amazing. I'm so happy I said yes.
That makes sense to do that. Why work harder, work smarter? 57 years of age, I'm sorry, but if you're around my age group, we don't want to work harder than we have to. I grew up on a farm, learned how to work my butt off. I don't want to do that again, because the body just does not move the way it does when my butt was working on that daggone farm, you know? See, a lot of
I've been able to pay off 3 cars, 2 of my cars and 1 of them my wife, and I have 0 debt. Last year, I was paying $300 a month just on my student loans. Myself and my wife was paying $220. Like, I'm talking about, it was crazy. So it just shows you how one decision, when I came across this post, I could have just kept on scrolling, Michelle. I could have just kept on scrolling. But that person created stop the scroll content, and that's what you're going to learn is content on how to stop the scroll, and the rest took care of itself. And I'm just blessed to be where I'm at right now, thanks to this program, the skills that I've learned. This isn't even work to me. Like, I'm able now to spend time with my family, travel. I've done travel 4 or 5 times already this year, when I was at a job for 14 years and traveled 2 times. And it's just been a blessing with the skills and the things that this business has been able to do.
So you guys, just in the last 6 months alone, I've paid off $30,000 worth of debt. I paid off my Suburban 3 years early. And I just want you guys to know, like, there is somebody out there, so many people out there waiting to relate to you and your story.
We needed to find a way to make something work. And in my first month doing this is just my story, okay? My first month doing this, I made $29,000. I've never seen an income like that in even a year prior to this, y'all. In 5 months, I hit my first 6 figures. And then fast forward now, I'm 14 months in, I'm at $430,000 sitting in a brand new house that we were able to build from scratch, y'all. And it is because of this business. And this house is almost paid off in full because of this. So I just want to be, and I'm like the yes mom, we're able to travel, like literally beyond my wildest dreams, what this has done for me.
You're out there and you're like, what's the secret sauce? What'd you really do to make 6 figures? I started at the top and I worked my way down. One video after another. If you're not doing tech stuff, don't worry about tech stuff. Just go, baby. Just go. Do it afraid. Do it ashamed. Do it scared. Do it. I don't know what to post. Fake it. I don't care. Put something out there. You can't do it wrong. The only way to do it wrong is to purchase a plan and then never take any action.
I just wanted not to have to worry about my bank account anymore. I just wanted to get out of that hole of being depressed. And it took me from struggling financially. Within 5 weeks, I left my full-time business. And since then, I've been a stay-at-home mom and I work a 2-hour workday. And the best thing ever is I get to share it with other people that is struggling where I was struggling. I get to share hope and say, hey, you do not have to stay in that situation. I got to a stage where I couldn't even pay my children's school fees. That's how bad it went financially. Now I can actually bless other people, other children with their school fees because I know what it feels like. And I've got this saying, I love that saying. It says, instead of giving people fish, you teach them how to fish. What an amazing privilege to be able to share this with other people, knowing that you don't need that experience.
When my friends said to me, do you know what, don't do this, when you're wasting your time, this is not going to work. But I believed, and I believed that there was a blessing over my life. I am part of the most amazing, caring community that I've ever come across in my life, where people really care, where people like Michelle, who's our mentor and our trainer, her heart is the more you give, the more you receive.
I'm going to tell you this. I raised my girls. I worked hard. I sacrificed a lot of time with my girls growing up because, we needed the money, right? You're constantly on that gerbil wheel, round and around and around, make money, pay your bills, make money, pay your bills. There was never any real cushion or extra. When I had my grandkids, that was 7 years ago. My oldest one is 7. She'll be 8 in October. When I had those precious little girls, I knew. I was like, I want my time with them. I sacrificed time with my girls. I do not want to sacrifice time with my grandkids. You realize how the best gift you have is your time. That is the one thing you can never make more of. I could make more money. I could get another job. I could do these things, but I could never make more time. So are you ready for my results? Because honestly, I even struggle sharing them because it's mind blowing. I can't even wrap my brain around it myself. And other people go, because the number's so big, they just don't think it's true. But honestly, it's true. Okay, so here we go. This is Canadian dollars. So all my Canadian peeps will understand. And it is 373,000 Canadian dollars in 5 months. I can't even, my husband is blown away.
I know so many of us are sick of working for somebody else that don't appreciate us. We're sick of putting those jobs before our families to build their businesses and still struggle every single flipping day. Enough is enough. And see, for me, I didn't even know this existed until 15 months ago, right? But my biggest concern is I wouldn't be able to know social media, learn about the online world, because I'm not tech savvy and I wasn't on social media. I didn't even know what the flippin' plus sign was on TikTok. That's how bad it was, right? But because of this community, I learned not only all about social media, but I learned how I could bring an income in that far exceeds working 18 hours a day. Far exceeds. I have averaged anywhere from 20 to 30,000 every single month.
Where it was really what really was really great about it was I started getting momentum. Holy crap. I started building momentum. And then my February, when I did that run, the holiday sprint last year, my February was $42,000 in February because of the holiday run. That was it. So you may not, the one thing about it is you may not get, I don't make a lot of money. I didn't make anything. I'm telling you, holy crap, it was building a brick on top of a brick on top of a brick on top of a brick. And you're just getting educated and you're following the process. See, I knew this worked, but that 90-day, the momentum that I built going in, like $40,000 in a month. Are you kidding me? From a person who has never done an online business. That's insane to me.
but now it's become the norm. Isn't that neat? It's becoming the norm.
Mhm.
That's incredible.
Love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes. I do want to answer a few questions real quick here. Somebody said, what about saturation? The only way this will ever be saturated is if the world stops populating. And I don't think the world is going to stop populating, right? So let me give you guys an example. 1% of social media, just social media, not the World Wide Web, but 1% of social media is 50 million people. 1%. 50 million. Our community's 42,000. That's not even a half of a half of a half of a half percent. Okay, so, but there's people right now that don't even know they are going to have an online business because they have a job, but on Friday they're not going to have a job. And on Friday they start looking. There's people right now that she's a career mom and her husband is a career, or she's a career wife and he's a career husband, and they decide in a year to have a child. And she feels that baby kick for the first time. And she's like, I am not going back to work. And she starts looking, but she wasn't looking today, but in a year she is. Our audience will continue to grow. Our goal is to get 1%. Our goal is to have a community of 50 million people. Our goal is to create 1,000 self-made millionaires inside our community. So we have literally just begun. Our goal is to create that thriving environment where you guys can grow and you can learn the digital marketing skills to help you leave that legacy for your family.
I've done it, so I think what's so amazing is the fact that this opportunity allows you to start from no matter where you are in your life. And that's exactly where I started. I was nothing special, but I was coachable. I wanted to learn. I had drive and ambition. And boy, let me tell you, my entire life, I can't even recognize it at the moment. It's just turned everything upside down. And what an honor to be part of this community. Truthful. It's just incredible. I want to encourage people that we here in our country, we get to connect with everybody such as yourselves in the States. And, it's just an incredible opportunity to be able to share this with people and for people to see that this is so real and so wonderful and truthful, and a business to be proud of, to be honest. I love every minute that I get to be part of this.
So I have a question for you, and thank you for sharing. It's so great. From purchasing the blueprint and being in our community, what has been something that you didn't expect to happen that has happened or that you learned?
Oh, well, to be honest with you, I didn't expect to have to know so little in order to make such life-changing money. You know what I'm saying?